Well, to show you what I'm going to try to do here, we have been without a doorbell for at least 2 years now. We were out of town camping a couple years ago and came back and found that our house had taken a power surge, and among all of the electronics that we lost, including our television, surround sound, DVD player, satellite box, internet router, all that good stuff, we also lost our doorbell. Now, I don't know at the time, because I never looked into it, whether it's actually the chime inside or whether it's the switch. We bought both. I went to look at changing out the chime, and the new one that we bought is a different size, which means there's going to be this goofy unpainted patch on the wall. So I'm going to try to just change the switch first. This is just a real basic contact switch. You push the button, it makes a contact, chimes the bell. So maybe this one is just bad. It does have a hole in it. I don't know where or when that came from, but maybe it just, it fused out, short-circuited inside, so when you push the button, nothing happens. So let's get this changed out, and then we'll go from there. Well, so true to any modernization, upgrade, whatever sort of project you try to do on a house, you always find the stuff doesn't line up, doesn't match, doesn't fit like it used to. So I went to real quick lickety-split, put the new switch in here, the new push button, and it wouldn't fit. It's got a big round cylinder on the back of it to where I'd have to drill a hole here in the wall to let it inset. In addition, I pushed the button in and it stuck. So the button don't even pop back out. So that little piece of junk's going back to Lowe's regardless. One, because it's a piece of junk, and two, because it ain't going to fix my problem anyway. But what I did as a test was I just grabbed, and these are low voltage wires, so it's really probably not a problem, but I just grabbed my wires here and I just touched them together real quick to make sure I had a connection, and I wanted to see if doing that would make the doorbell chime, and it didn't. So I don't think it's my push button that's the problem. I think it really is the chime in the house, which sucks because I didn't want to replace it, but gotta do what you gotta do. So let's see if we can get it done. Okay, so as I said, we're gonna try swapping out the chime now and see if it's actually the problem. But one thing I wanted to mention before we did was just touching the wires like I did behind the switch here and having it not chime in the house, that could be a false positive, because that, you'd say, well, I touched the wires and it didn't chime, so it must be the chime. That is true. Your switch could still also be bad and you just wouldn't know, because what's happening is you're not getting any power to the switch, is what's most likely. I didn't actually test it with a voltmeter, but that'd be something good to do. It should be, I think, a 12 or 24 volt circuit. It's not a full 120. So you could just test it with a voltmeter and see if it even reads anything at all. If it doesn't, then that tells you absolutely the transformer that's in your chime is probably what's gone out. If it reads that you have voltage, and then when you touch the wires together nothing happens, then that would say that your actual chime mechanism isn't working. So I think probably since we took a power surge, there's a good chance that the transformer in my chime mechanism got blown. The chimes are probably fine, but the transformer probably got blown, and so now it's not sending any power to the switch, so it means no power comes from the switch or from the button here. So hopefully, I don't know that I can change out just the transformer, so we'll change out the whole chime and just roll with it. Well, I was wrong in so many regards. I was thinking that the transformer was built into the doorbell, but it's not. There's a transformer buried somewhere in the wall. I have no idea where, and that's our problem. It's not working because I have no power. I was also wrong when I said it should be 12 or 24 volts. Go figure, it's 16 volts. So I was wrong there, but regardless, it's still low voltage, so you can actually work it without having to turn the power off. You're fine. I mean, not that I would recommend that, but you can. Anyway, I don't really know where to go from here because I have no idea where that transformer might be located. Maybe up in the attic? Probably buried up in the wall, though. Wouldn't surprise me. You can see the other patch job, though, so the old doorbell covered all that, so it wasn't a problem. But the new doorbell that we bought is smaller. But it may be that we don't need the new doorbell, just need to change that transformer. So now I gotta find the daggum thing. Well, this is where DIY can get dangerous. I ain't doing it. I ain't about to smash a hole in the wall and go look for a transformer because I have no idea where the contractor might have hidden it. Most likely right beside it, here in the wall, but I don't know. So instead, I'm going to fold these wires back on the ends, tape them off real good, shove them in that box, and in 2 days, I'll have my battery-operated doorbell that I just purchased on Amazon. So, as for fixing the doorbell, this is not, we're not going to be able to replace the chimes like I hope. We'll just call it an upgrade. Yeah, I'll put a video up about the wireless one when I get to installing it. Give me 2 more years.